Paddy has been getting into it with Dan Hooker.
Oh, I've heard about this.
He said that Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a off his mom. Then Dan Hooker tweets back and says, "It's on site, fat bitch." Then Paddy responds and is saying basically like, "You were talking shit about my friend, yada, yada, yada." And then Dan responds and says, like, "I wasn't talking shit about him. Thought we were friends, but I guess we're not friends. Like, you, but RIP to his friend." It's like, dude, you literally said something about his mom getting like, that's a little bit hard. Like, he didn't say anything, you know?
That's a wild
pull.
Yeah. You could say that, right? You're allowed to say that. But if you get put back on you, don't play woe is me.
Yeah.
Like,
and
don't
you're
be
a fighter. Like,
yeah,
that's
but,
weird to say.
what,
No.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing to be like, oh no, you shot at it first.
Yeah. And he could have played it differently too. When he said it's on site, fat bitch, he could have wrote back something even worse, right? And then try to really push it on Twitter so that when he sees Dan in person, he's like, bro, yeah, we're going to sell this fight though, right? Like, and then he could have played it off the whole time. Like, the whole thing was for a fight as opposed to backtrack. Now it seems weird. Now it's like, dude, you made it real. You know what I mean?
I was literally going to say
like,
that.
Why are you going to make it real like
yeah,
that, dude? Yeah, so, but the funny thing is though, is I would love to see Dan Hooker versus Paddy, not in the octagon though. I'd like to see them just on the streets.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird just the fact that he says that. He's like, oh yeah, like he can wrestle a rapist off his mom. But then at the same time, he's like, yeah, I won't talk about the Ilya Taporia issue with his family and stuff like that because that's personal business. And I'm like, didn't you just make that personal? Like, I'm kind of confused. Like your rules are kind of just, you're shifting the goalposts a little too much.